Hello guys, I'm doing another half sleep rambling, an unedited video where I just talk about life, and today I just wanted to visit about maturity. It's something I've been really insecure about. Sorry, I just got a message on my watch. It's something I've been really insecure about, and it's one reason I've just felt the need to buy a lot of technology, actually. Speaking of the watch, just feeling like I'm not enough if I don't have the latest tech. I think a lot of that insecurity comes from the lack of maturity. Emotional maturity, mental maturity. I don't think those are different. I'm not sure. See, this is the joy of unscripted videos, but I wanted to talk about a few ways that I feel like I've really improved in my maturity this year. Some ways of thinking that can really help you to kind of level up. Okay, a lot of this stuff is going to sound really stupid and basic if you already know it. In fact, I'm feeling kind of insecure even saying it. However, I feel like a lot of people need to hear it. So the first one is to break down why you do what you do. So it sounds pretty simple, but I've started doing this over the last year with so many things. The first one I can think of is the way I took showers. Crazy, right? But there are some things that I did that were just habits that I hadn't thought twice about ever in my entire life. Some things that parents had said to me that I just took them straight at face value. I'm not saying to disrespect your parents. I'm saying to look into it for yourself and come up with your own opinion. That's really what a lot of this has been. To look into different mundane parts of life and actually come up with an opinion about them. Back to the shower example. After a shower, I used to rub my hair with a towel. It's a small thing to do every time you get out of the shower, but I didn't even know that there was a better way that would stop my hair from looking like a frizzy mess. Turns out, rubbing your hair with the towel damages it. Hadn't thought about it at all. And then I finally, after years of not doing it, I finally looked into hair care, and that was one of the first things they said to do. Be gentle with your hair. And I was like, wow, that was one of my first revelations of, okay, maybe the stuff I'm doing is not optimized yet. And the hair thing definitely was not optimized yet. I could probably make a whole video about what I do with my hair now. It still doesn't look perfect, but it doesn't matter. I'm just doing a workout. Just optimize different parts of life. Let me try to think of another example. My clock. So in my room, I have had a clock. For as long as I can remember, I just needed a clock. But technically, ever since I've gotten a phone, heck, even a smartwatch, there has been zero need for a clock in my room. But it's just a force of habit. I've always had one. Turns out my clock is actually making my life worse. When I go to sleep at night, I don't go to sleep at night. I look at my clock and see what time it is, and that stresses me out about getting to sleep sooner. And so finally, I looked at the clock. Okay, why do I really own this? Do I own this for any utility feature? Am I using this strategically in my life? Or is it just something that's always been there that I could get rid of and my life would be better? And it was the second one, obviously. That's one way of thinking that has just helped me to really optimize my life recently. Living with purpose. Everything I do should be for a reason. And this spans to the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is emotional maturity. I believe that everyone has a limited amount of emotional energy that they can spend every day. I also believe that a lot of us spend way too much emotional energy on little things that don't matter. I will give you an example. I have a family member who I talk to regularly who recently reached out to me frustrated that his dinner plans changed. He was really excited to eat at the place that he was going to eat at, but then it got late and he just didn't have a chance to eat there, and he was just in a lousy mood about it. I thought to myself, this is something that I, in the past, 100% would have related to. It's something that I understand. I understand his point of view for sure, but now I realize that that is not worth spending your emotional energy on. What you're eating for supper? Dude, who cares? So I told him, please, this is not worth spending your emotional energy on. Immediately, he realized it too. He felt better. He immediately, he was able to calm down and think some rational thoughts. And I just felt really proud of him. I was like, wow, he took that very well. He was able to move on finally. And I think that's just so valuable. Not only the skill of being able to take advice, which I really need to improve at, especially if I'm going to be spouting advice at you guys, but the skill of being able to look at a situation and ask yourself if it's worth spending emotional energy over. And if the answer is no, then just to drop it. Learning that has hugely improved my maturity, quote unquote. It's something that's made me feel more mature, which I feel like if you're clicking on this video just for the title, that's something that I think is valuable to you too. Final third piece of advice to leave you with, journaling. You've heard it a million times, more likely than not, that journaling is really good for your mental health. I would like to put forward my reason why journaling is just so good. I've never kept a consistent journal, but my entire life, people have told me about the importance of journaling. So I probably have 10 different journals that have maybe 3 entries in them each. There are 1 or 2 outliers that have 10. pen, but whatever. So I have experienced journaling, but I've never been a consistent journaler. However, I can attest to the huge upsides of journaling. First off, if you are dealing with disorientation, if you feel like you can't keep track of all the things happening with you, make a list. And I don't mean write it down digitally, physically. Get out a pen and paper. You can get one of those little spirally notebooks for like $1 at Walmart. Dude, sometimes I see them for like almost just like 25 cents. What are we doing? That's so cheap. Why doesn't everybody have a little spiral that they're writing stuff down in? I just started doing it again this month, and it's been a huge deal. I will give an example. In my first video, I said that I wasn't going to summer camp, mainly because it's a Christian camp, and I didn't feel like my Christian needs were being served by being there. I finally came around to it. I'm going to camp on Sunday, and it's Wednesday right now. I, on occasion, have been feeling anxiety about this, because every time I go to that camp, I come back feeling emotionally scarred. However, I feel like this time I have matured enough that I can probably be okay there. So what I did was, this was a thought that was swirling around in my head over and over again, but I wasn't feeling any satisfaction from thinking it. I decided to capture them down in my journal. It can be different for everyone. The hardest part for me was starting, so I literally was just very honest. Flow of thought writing. Like I started, I'm not sure where to start. That's how I started it. And then I wrote down, I'm feeling anxious about camp, and I want to talk about it so I can stop feeling anxious about it. As simple as that. I explained a few reasons why I was nervous about it, and then I wrote down some ways that I feel like I have improved over the last year, which is kind of what's inspiring this video here. Saying the journal point makes me realize I actually have a fourth point, which is get off your phone. Please, let this be the last video you watch. I don't want you to watch any of my other videos. I don't want you to watch any videos, because watching these inspiring motivational videos, they're keeping you from actually doing anything. I want you to take the encouragement. I want you to maybe, I don't know, write in your journal, okay? But get off the phone, please. I beg you.
The point of it is literally just to be alone with your thoughts, because that is the only time where you can actually improve yourself. You are not going to improve while you're on your phone. When you really improve, especially mentally, it has to be when you're alone with your thoughts. I know it's scary, but believe me, it's the only way.
It's so difficult. Becoming independent this year has made it to where I have an interest in real life finally. I didn't really care before, but now that I have some form of control, I do. Kind of weird how that works. If there's any way you can, please get off your phone and see what you can do. Personally, getting fit has been a good excuse to get off the phone. Also, the fact that I have videos to edit all the time, that has been a good reason to get off the phone. Because guess how many videos I get edited whenever I start scrolling on YouTube every 5 seconds? Yeah, obviously I can't answer all your questions. If you ask them in the comments, I would be happy to answer with my wisdom. I'm just figuring this out just like you guys, but I am very happy to help if you have anything you need to know. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, wait, Bible verse. Sorry, I forgot I did this. I've been doing so many other side projects that Half Asleep Rambling has been on the back burner. I just memorized Philippians 4, verses 4 through 9, and I think there's some wisdom to be had in those. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say rejoice. Let your reasonableness be known to everyone. The Lord is at hand. I love the Lord is at hand. It just means that he's here, and it is true. No matter what you're doing, you could be doing anything, and God would be there with you. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, make your requests. I said that wrong. Sorry. By prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. That's not the end of the verse, by the way. But just, if you're anxious about anything, bring it to God with prayer and supplication. Supplication is like begging, and thanksgiving. Don't forget to thank him for what you've already been blessed with. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. What an encouraging thought that is, that if you just bring anything you're anxious about to God, that the peace of God that surpasses all understanding, you don't even know what that peace is like yet. Bring what you're worried about to God, and that peace will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. Crazy. I love it. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is anything of excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. What you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things, and the God of peace will be with you. Crazy. I love it. It's such a good verse to memorize. Once again, it is Philippians chapter 4, verses 4 through 9. Repeating this verse to myself has been huge. Remembering constantly that I should bring my anxieties to God, game changing. Normally I do these videos because I feel like I need to process something, but with the journaling and the bringing everything to God, the reason I'm making this video is for you guys. I want you to know the things that have helped me this month. So yeah, I hope they have been helpful. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're into it, and get off the phone, okay? Don't click another video. Do not click another video. I see you. I see you with your greasy fingers trying to click another video. No. Turn off the phone right now. Turn it off. I love you guys. God bless.